Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, WHENTAYTALK. I am Tay, and I am here for another episode review of Love and Marriage Huntsville. So this is season 6, episode 18, Melody versus MARSHA, round 5,000. Okay. So let's like this video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell notifications so that you know each and every time I upload a new video, and share the video. Family, friends, enemies, frenemies, whomever you would like, okay? Also, everything on this channel is alleged and in my opinion and for entertainment purposes only, okay? So let's get into the mess. So this episode, again, starts off where the last one ended, with them at the baby reveal. And they had the, like, I guess a pastor there or whatever. And she said a couple words about baby AZZ. Tiffany parents and stuff like that, well, her mom and stuff like that was there. It looked like she had a couple people that was from family. It looks like Lou's mother was there as well. Lou's mother is really pretty. What else? That jibber jabber, okay? So as the pastor is giving like the blessing or whatever, in comes Tisha, late, looking like a fool, didn't RSVP. So she comes in after they finished the blessing, and they said that the baby was hungry. So Tiffany and goes off with the other ladies that was there, and she goes off to breastfeed baby AZZ. While she's doing that, all the other ladies are sitting at the table. So Tisha make her rounds of speaking to everybody, and when she gets to Stormy, y'all heard Stormy like, hi, and she give her a hug. She's like, I don't know what this energy is with Stormy, because one minute she's cool, and now she's acting like all quiet and like we're not cool. And this right here, to me, sets the stage for how Tisha acts throughout this episode, or this baby reveal, because she like having Stormy there as her sidekick, like as her backup. You know, it was, she don't have Destiny no more. She know Kimmy better shut her ass up. So she got Tiffany, NELL, MEL, which she can't stand really. Kimmy is there, and Kimmy not gonna openly go against, you know, the other ladies or whatever. And she left with Stormy. She thought she had made amends with Stormy, but apparently not. Okay? So this is how she acts when she doesn't have any backup, because MARSHA is not there to speak for her. So she has to do it herself now, because the energy she just got is that Stormy is not going to do it either. Okay, Stormy is not all, hey girl, this and that with her. So she like, damn, I'm on an island by myself. I'm gonna have to fend for myself if they bring up anything that I can't talk about or I don't know shit about. Okay, so she says that Stormy was being fake, and she was like, you know, like I said, she acts one way here, and now she's acting all this way. You know, I thought we made up, and when you make up with somebody, if you say y'all good, y'all should be good. Not like she has not done this same exact thing to MEL 15,000 fucking times. I just don't understand why she think rules apply to other people that don't apply to her. Like, yeah, when people make up, the expectation is that they move forward. Not move forward at the convenience of one person, and then when you feel like you want to have an attitude with this person, you bring up what you already squashed again. So Tisha, stop it, because this is all you do. This is your MO. This is you all fucking day. I am so sick of them. I really wish that Nell and Chris replaced Tisha and Marceau. Because actually, like, even though I can't stand Kimmy and Maurice, I would prefer to have them over Tisha and Marceau. Tisha and Marceau gotta go. Especially if we're gonna have Martell. Because they're too toxic. They gonna bring somebody to real blows, okay? People that's not like them, I'll say. Not fake pretend blows. So Tisha comes in, like I said, she came in late and stuff like that. She gave the hugs. And when Tiffany comes over and was like, oh, I didn't know you was gonna come. And she was like, because she, you know, she didn't RSVP. So she like, I know Tiffany is shading me about the event or whatever. But Tisha, wait, this was before that. Tisha like, how is everything? Everybody's so quiet. Like, you look like you're about to fall asleep. Nobody is. Oh, but when they get to talking about that expo, your ass don't want to talk about that. All she want to do is try to throw jabs at other people and try to shade them. But when the heat is on her ass, she can't get them off. Because with Tiffany, when people talking junk to her, she talk junk back. Like, I know we call her a Karen, but she give and get back. The only problem that she had really like that was when Marceau and Martell called themselves confronting her. She got her husband involved because that's what you're supposed to do. They weren't supposed to be saying shit to her. Okay? But since Marceau is so comfortable and Martell is so comfortable talking to women like that, she got her man to show them how man etiquette is supposed to go. Okay, even if they don't receive it, don't do it to her again. So, again, Tisha trying to shade Tiffany little stuff that she got going on. But she don't want to hear nobody saying nothing shady about her shit. Okay? So, again, stop doing to people what you don't want done to your raggedy ass. So, Kimmy started talking about the she said, actually, we were, talked about the expo and this and that, and I think we should have like a town hall with everybody so that we can get everybody together, talk about this, talk about that. Now, that's one thing they don't want to happen. Because when some people get there and say they didn't pay nothing, and some people get there and say that they paid something, they gonna get mad and it's gonna be a problem. And the thing that I have about the expo too is that, Tisha, you knew Marceau was wrong. Like, you knew he was wrong. Because even at the expo, when he was going to ask Stormy, you was like, I'm not asking her that. I'm not going to ask her for no money because we didn't tell her about no money. So that's right there tell you that the money part was Marceau's idea. Now, Tisha, since you didn't fucking stand up, because just like you was trying to talk shit to them ladies, I don't want to hear this, and trying to be dismissive of everybody, that's how you should have did Marceau. Like, no, I'm not going over there to ask her for nothing, and you not either. And if she give you some money, I'm going to take it from you and give it right back to her ass. Because we didn't tell them about no money. So it shows y'all that he's so slick. Now he got his wife, and Tisha, blame your husband that you over here in the hot seat because people are questioning, like, why you say some people paid, some people didn't. But at that event, she even said to Marceau, did you pay for black? And then he like, I paid for everything in here. Oh, really? Then why would she say that? It's giving production pay for the building. And I want them to ask that on the reunion. Because I don't know if that's breaking the third wall or fourth wall or whatever. But I want to know, did production put in on that event? And or if they paid for the whole, like just the space. Because that's all really they had to pay for. They didn't pay for any other speakers or nothing like that. So I don't know. And they didn't have food and stuff except the vendors that was there that was selling food. So it wasn't like they had to set up like tables for eating and stuff like that. It was an event space. They usually have tables there already. The people that was coming was decorating their own tables. So other than the stuff that they had for their own personal booths, which I think they had like 2 or 3, because they had black chocolate in a bottle. They had Mila and Macy stuff. And then they had Show Enough there with her little seasonings. So did she pay? Did Destiny pay? Like, who all paid? Marceau and Kimmy and Maurice paid for a booth when, again, their little thing was like this. The size of their little flyer they had was like this. And we still don't know what the hell they do. Why you talking about Maurice speaking? We didn't need him to tell us about how that his credit score was the same size as his damn shoe. We didn't need to hear that information. What do you do? What are you doing, Kimmy, now that you retired from the hospital? What are y'all doing? Where did y'all get this building from? Oh, wait, we'll get to the building when we get to the building. So, Tisha like is being very dismissive, especially toward Nell. I don't need no criticism. You need it. Whether you want it, that's a different story, but you need the shit. And my thing is too, like, why would you think that the criticism was in a negative, wasn't coming from a good place? That's why she said she really didn't want to hear it, because she didn't feel like it was coming from a good space. Why not? Who at that table has ever gave you any critique that wasn't for your best interest? Because when Marceau talk that shit to you, it's always just criticism. It's never constructive. The only constructive part is it to benefit him, not you or your kids. But you so used to Marceau tearing you down, you think these women are trying to tear you down when they're trying to help you. They're just there trying to help you. They're not trying to do anything to cause you no harm or nothing, Tisha. Stop it. Nell haven't given you no kind of excuse or reason, rhyme or reason that she wants to see you do bad. Nell or Mel. Mel haven't. They showed the flashback even on this episode with Mel taking you out to network. Getting you out the house. And y'all, before I get into everything else, I want to touch on this. Because I talked about this a while ago. I always felt like it was Marceau that was always in Tisha's ear about Mel. For one, he want to keep her away from Mel. He want to keep her away from Mel, and so she won't get no ideas. Okay? About leaving his ass. But this is what I want to get into, because Tisha, you blocked your own stuff, because I feel that Mel was trying to help her. I feel that Mel was trying to help her legitimately. when she was taking her out networking and telling her, I'm going to give you the blueprint for this, that, and the other, she didn't say she was going to give her the blueprint for no damn marriage. She said she was going to give her the blueprint to be married, have kids, and a successful business. And work and have a successful business. You can have all three of those things. And whether you want to believe it or not, she still had a successful marriage beside her husband. It was successful on her end. He was the one that was on some bullshit. Because now her work ethic still haven't changed. She was still working her ass off, providing for their damn family. When you see that Martell wasn't. But this is what I always said my theory was. I've said this theory before. This is what I feel. When Martell say that Mel planned their divorce, I believe it. I very well believe Mel planned that divorce. And this is why. He would not stop cheating. She had taken him back far too many times for her. When they started this show, I feel like when she caught him cheating again and she wasn't even going to do the show, God said no. God said no at that time. We about to turn these lemons into lemonade, Mel. I need you to stay for a little bit longer. Okay? Carlos talked her out of that. Said he was going to look out for her and all this type of stuff. But we all know that ain't what happened. He didn't do that. She had to fend for herself and trust on God that had her in the beginning. Okay? So, I think that when he was like, don't do it, Mel. Like, because Carlos seen what Mel potential was. He seen, like, he knew she could be a star. So, he talked her out of it. She said, okay, I'm going to give him enough rope to hang himself, if you will. Okay? Now, I told you I'm an advocate for if you take somebody back or you, whatever the case may be, if you friends and you squash it, let it be. But when somebody is a habitual cheater, this is how you have to play the game with them. Because at that moment, she didn't need to be divorced right there. She had to give him enough rope to hang himself. So she put the wheels in motion. She gave him that chance. She gave him a chance, gave him the rope. Time. A little chance that he was going to make a bow out the rope, but nope, what he do? He made a noose out of it. Okay? She even had another child, which again turned out to be one of her biggest blessings. Do y'all know how much Sugar Mama more famous probably than damn Mel at this point? We all know Sugar Mama. Everybody knows Sugar Mama. Okay? So that's what I'm saying. We all got our Sugar Mama and we happy for it. But I think Mel said, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to try this one more again. Okay? They tried it one more again. But in the back of her mind, she like, I'm about to hustle hard. Hustle real hard. Hustling. Okay? To get the status. Get to her point to where if she had to drop him, she was going to be good. And what did he do? Because he wanted her. When she got pregnant, she was like, I'm not sure about this. I am not sure about this. He was so happy because I think he wanted to bottle her down with all them damn kids. He wanted to keep pumping her with kids so it can make it harder and harder and harder for her to leave him. Because just like Wanda dumbass had that notion, ain't nobody gonna want you with 4 kids and all that type of stuff. That's how men think too. And a lot of times people think that women trap men with kids, but men that got a lot of kids, is quite the opposite. They like to trap women with kids so they can always have something, a connection to that woman. Y'all better start listening and looking at certain things. I see it with my kids' dads. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like far-fetched. Men trap women with kids. Okay? So it don't matter how they want to treat them. They can go in and out their life. They know because they have a kid with that person, they always have some type of connection to them. Okay? Whatever it be, they still have some type of connection to that woman because she got a kid with him. So she gonna have to deal with him in some way, shape, or form. Okay? But she did that. But, like I said, she was moving in the space of, he gonna fuck up again. I gotta get every single duck in a fucking row. Because when he do, I'm not going to fall from grace. And look what happened. She set herself up and y'all see the outcome. The girl in Paris right now walking in fashion shows. Okay? Songs, property preservation classes. Like, the list goes on and on. 7th Avenue, we're not going to even go there. And t-shirts. Do we have to even mention t-shirts? So that's one thing that we need to listen to. Like, I believe Martell with that. I believe Mel did plan that. She planned her exit from that marriage, and she did it miraculously. This is what I feel like Tisha dropped the fucking ball on. Because with Mel and Martell, for one, when Martell found out that Martell tried to get Mel to go for drinks, when she found out he was cheating, he told everything on Marceau. He told her about who all Marceau was messing with. Like he was just trying to fuck you. He was trying to fuck you. Da 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 da. This is what he don't give a damn about you and all this and that. He was mad at Marceau because he knew what Marceau was up to. Okay? So he told Mel all of his business. Now, people used to say that Mel had got a private investigator, and in the midst of her investigating Martell, it turns out that some stuff came up on Marceau in that investigation. We asked Mel that in an interview, and she said, no, I'm my own investigator. I don't need no investigator. So that didn't happen. So she already knew, and I believe she got it from Martell, since we all know how he talk and tell everything when he mad. So since he was mad at Marceau for asking Mel out for a drink, which he knew was his little slick way of trying to get something from Mel, or try to, woo her in her weak moment, he bust him out. He bust Marceau out to her. So she said, okay, this is what I got here. I got him cheating, his friend cheating, and Potisha. He won't even let her out the house to get any sun. Okay? I think that's when she said, okay, I'm going to help her because I got my plan together. Let me get her in, because she knew that Marceau ain't let Tisha do nothing. Let me get her in the ropes. Let me show her some ropes. Get her name out here in these streets. Let me get her out here networking so that whenever or whatever she found out about Marceau, or if she already knew about him, we can do this together. she don't have to stay in that mess. She can come out of it with something and have her own, where she don't have to feel like she tied to him. Because right now, Tisha probably can't even buy a coffee from Starbucks without asking Marshawn. So she tried to teach Tisha the ropes, the blueprint. But what did Tisha do? She let Marshawn turn her against Mel. And she continuously let Marshawn turn her against Mel. Even at the times when, this is how he played with her as well. The times where he would take up for Mel. He really, most of the time, he had Mel's back on this different stuff in front of everybody. Even on down to when they met at that Cotton Club to have dinner that day after the brawl. They had a plan. They always have their plan and get their game plan together. Tisha should have known Marshawn was going to throw her under the bus when they was in the car. And she was like, okay, what's the plan? And he was like, what plan? We don't need no plan. She should have knew then. That shows you how fucking stupid she is, and she don't pay attention to her man. Because when he said that, I even knew, what is he about to pull? Him, Maurice, Kimmy, all of them had their plan. Even with Kimmy on down to her messing with Shrek in the background to get him on the show. Telling him what to do to get him on the show. Okay? But when they got there, Maurice was going in. You could have called Wanda. You could have did this. You could have did that. You should have did da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You try to blame everything on Mel just for Marshawn to say, I agree with her actions. When I tell y'all, Maurice wanted to beat the shit out of Marshawn. He was like, what? She said, I agree with her actions. Because ain't that the same thing you did with Tiffany and Lou? When they said that stuff about your son? The only difference is you didn't get the same response out of Tiffany and Lou that she got out of Wanda. Finished them. Tisha was sitting over there looking stupid as hell. Tears in her eyes red as cherry tomatoes. So that's what I believe. I think Mel wanted to help her get on her feet so she would not have to depend on Marshawn. Because she knew he was out there cheating too. Tisha knew it too, I believe, in my opinion. But she said she wanted to go with Marshawn, so that's where that go. So back to the event. Okay, I know I done went all off. I'm sorry about it, but let's get back to the event. I didn't like how dismissive Tisha was of NELL. It wasn't cause for, and NELL was holding her damn feet to the fire, and she didn't want to hear it. But NELL said, that's not my damn problem, because I'm not going to baby her. What I feel like NELL has been doing with Tisha since she been on here is not babying her like all the women on this show do. And Maurice. The other guys, she don't get baby by her husband. But Maurice and the ladies on the show, baby Tisha. And NELL was not here for it. So, Tiffany over there breastfeeding the baby. She's so damn eager to get over there and get into the mess. Talking about, why are they talking about that expo at a baby reveal? The same reason why your husband was checking Maurice and Martell and Marceau at your damn baby shower. That's why. Like you above the damn mess. So, Tisha say that, again, that she's tired of people acting like they in a good space, and then they switch up and show they not in a good space. And I guess she was call herself talking about NELL or whatever, but NELL told her, you ain't had this, you coming with some whole nother energy that you ain't had when we was at dinner. And she was like, yes, I do. It's the same energy. NELL was like, no, it's not. No, it's not. And she knew it wasn't. But like I said, she ain't had no backup, so she couldn't take the damn heat. And she can't communicate to nobody, so she, choose to not talk about it or get scared and run the fuck off like a fucking kid. And then she gonna talk about some, yeah, I'm done with it. It's over. OV. OV what, Tisha? Because if you really want it to be over, maybe you want to start spelling the fucking word correctly. Dumbass. So that's what Tiffany, they go over to the little booth thing. That's what Tiffany, not Tiffany, hot on the press. So Tiffany was like, oh, okay, you're the RSVP. I'm surprised that you came. And she was like, I know Tiffany is trying to throw shade because I did with her RSVP. How the fuck is that throwing shade? You didn't RSVP and you popped your raggedy ass up late. Like you own something. But you and your husband was just talking about the Fletchers being late about something when y'all always damn late. Again, expecting something from somebody else that you don't fucking do. It didn't feel good when you was sitting there because what? Well, I guess they ain't wasting y'all damn time because y'all ain't got shit else to do but fake pretend like y'all got jobs and shit. So, whatever. So, they go over there. Tiffany brings up, so they was like, what's going on, whatever. So Tiffany was like, well, I wasn't, really, because now, like, we talking about this damn expo, and I'm not letting up. Because Tiffany brought it up again, because Tiffany was like, well, I was okay, Oh, Tisha said maybe they should do their own expo. And Tiffany said, yeah, that's a good idea, and I could sit in the front row again. So they was like, what? So Tiffany was like, well, I mean, I ain't had no problem, whatever the case may be. I was just, like Stormy was saying, like that, she had to pay $100. And Stormy was looking like, I know you can lie, Tiffany. Why would you do that? So now was like, well, Tiff brought up the $100. So let's talk about it. Y'all want to talk about? Let's finish talking about it. What's the problem? Let's talk about it. Tisha don't want to talk about it because not everybody paid. So Tisha don't want to talk about it because they didn't already lie to y'all and said nobody paid. They paid for everything. So them saying that he was asking them for 100 is quite fucking sneaky and a lie. So Tisha's like, nope, I don't what. So Nell said, well, y'all said that nobody paid anything. And so Tisha was just, okay then, whatever. All right then. And she was like, so Nell was like, so you lied. Again, holding her feet to the fucking fire. If you want to let your husband keep scanning people and you be around taking up for the mess, because not all like that, but it seemed like you don't even get nothing out of what he's scamming people out of. I would have seen if he would have split it with you, but you're not even getting nothing out of it. Like, I'll bust him out every time so he can stop doing that stuff. Because I wouldn't keep on taking people blunts and jokes and all that type of stuff, talking about me scanning and all that type of stuff when it's him. Because again, he don't give a damn because he can talk slick back to women. But you can't. You done watched him do it for so long. I'm surprised you ain't picked up on no tips. But anyway, back to the program. So they talking about that or whatever. Tisha get up and leave. Stormy go and get her. Stormy like, no, you about to listen to this. You need to quit walking away all the time, running off. Again, y'all notice she don't do that with Marshall around. Because Marshall can come up with the ladies in the ladies' business and talk for her. or her mammy. I ain't gonna say her mammy talk for her, because we don't even know what she be saying, okay? But she be attempting to talk for her, okay? She feel confident when her mom there, or when she had Destiny as her backup, and now she ain't sure about Stormy, so she mad. She mad. She said everybody is, after they give an event, she don't want to hear all this criticism about everything, and everybody is just coming at her and making her feel like they some haters. If they mad, they come across like they mad because she threw the event. Tisha, it hasn't been any problems with nobody else's events except y'all's. And I want to hip y'all on to that. That's how scammers do. Every time Tisha and Marceau have something going on, it's always something behind it, right? Because y'all always trying to scam somebody out of something. Just like Mel said about that Royal Black Night, Bet on Black Night they was having to raise money for kids to build a home. Y'all don't even do residential. So why was you trying to build a home? And then building $150,000 home for a person that ain't got shit? You could have built 3 homes for that. So again, when scammers come out with all of these products and stuff like that, and I found that strange that Marceau brought that up at the end of the episode with Mel. Like, it's just like you just starting a whole bunch of stuff and seeing what stick. Are you serious? Because that's not her. You might be talking about Martell, but all the Mel shit has stuck. Y'all shit ain't even sticking. Only thing it's sticking to is a damn courtroom on a damn log for the court date with them lawsuits. But I digress. They always coming up with something. They come up with these quick get-rich plans. Then they put this some bullshit out. Then have people paying for the stuff. Then something happen and they may have to refund them or may not. That's just giving you had to use that person's money for something. And now it's not going to work out. So you're going to give it back to them. Even like with Stormy with that pastor party. You were inviting people to that party. It was open to the public. Then you start charging. The same thing you was complaining about Marceau doing to you, you try to do to people that was supporting your business for the last 5 years. I cannot. Kimmy tried to save Tisha when she was saying, well, when Marceau was saying people didn't, nobody paid. Like, was he joking or something? Kimmy, you know he wasn't damn joking. Nell just said what he said. If he had said it as a joke, she would have said Marceau joked and said to somebody that nobody paid. And laughed after or something like that. So I don't know if he was joking or not. You heard what they said. He was clearly not joking. Quit trying to get her a damn pass and quit trying to baby Tisha up fucking again like Maurice do. Let her answer for herself and her dusty ass husband. So Stormy said, well, it's just giving like, I know she don't want people piling up on her, but if you charge some people, then charge other people, and you saying this was a free event for the community, then you being secretive about what money came in, people gonna question that shit. And is like, what the hell? And that's when Tisha said a little stuff about hating on that damn expo. Girl, get the fuck out of here. So then the next scene come up is Maurice and Kimmy, they go to some building again that they blur out some of the name on the building. Why? I don't know. Because why? And again, why the fuck are y'all getting this building done again? Another building, or wherever that building is that the same building that they just didn't get finished in the first place? Like, what is this? And what business are y'all going to put there? Because y'all had Micah on y'all damn flyer as if he was going to be working in the brokerage firm. Now he's in there doing renovations? Where's Scott? Don't Scope do this? This show you how they know how fucking shabby they are. Because Maurice, while you riding along interstates and shit like that, throwing up signs, fake ass signs, and recording it and all this type of stuff, while you doing all of that, why won't you hire your brother to renovate your building? Since it make you so proud to see your brother doing that, that's a commercial building. That's what he do. So why is Marceau not doing that with Scott? I don't know. Okay? I don't know. Like, what? This show you. Y'all, look at this. This is showing that they are full of it. So Micah said it's going to be done, I guess, in 11 days, or he going to get it done in 3 days, even though the deadline is 11 days or whatever. Kimmy like, this don't look like it's done. So she like, what the fuck to Maurice? And he like, what you saying it to me for? Because you got your silly ass brother in here looking like a damn gummy bear. And voice sounding like Pee Wee damn Herman, and acting like he doing some stuff, work in there. I don't see no dust on him or nothing. So if y'all just want to say y'all want to get away for to get Mike and them on the damn show, just say that. But y'all don't need to pull nobody else on here because y'all need to go. And I want to see how Kimmy and Maurice would do on the show without Tisha and Marceau. I don't give a damn to see Tisha and Marceau without Kimmy now, because that's how it is now. Okay? But I would be interested in seeing how Kimmy and Maurice is interacts on the show without Tisha and Marceau. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments. So he go on and they start talking. So Kimmy talks to him about the expo and seeing what was going on. So he says that he is going to Kimmy said about like this money situation is growing legs. People are saying they pay. You said you paid. I found out you paid when we weren't told that we was going to have to pay at all. He said Marceau told him that him and Marceau was at Black, and he told him that they was going to pay for the sponsorship, $100 for the sponsorship, and that's what he did. But I'm still confused about that, because what the hell do you mean about a damn sponsorship? What sponsorship? Why didn't he request that before? And sponsorships are voluntarily, okay? Not you mandatory. So I don't know. It seems fishy again to me. So after that or whatever, Kimmy says, yeah, and NELL was saying that, and he was like, well, did Marceau say that nobody paid, or did NELL say that Marceau said that? And she said, well, NELL said that Marceau said that, but Tisha was there and corroborated the shit. And he was like, well, I'm not sure about getting secondhand information in this group because when it go around, it changes to something else. Oh, but you can believe secondhand information about MEL. Y'all believe all that shit that Martell and all that everybody say about MEL. That's secondhand information without knowing the fucking facts. And if Tisha was there, that's Marsour's her husband, why would she not say nothing against it if it didn't happen? If it didn't happen, she would have like, he didn't say that. She said, oh, well, okay, yeah, whatever. And like Nell said, she lied. She lied or whatever. So he she goes into that or whatever, and then he's like, she was like, yeah, like he even was like, he not gonna pay MEL to speak for her t-shirts and all that stuff. And Maurice just fell out laughing, and Kimmy wanted to laugh too. She thought that shit was funny too. Maurice, I don't know why you think that shit funny, because with all four of y'all combined, MEL make enough with just her fucking t-shirts, more than y'all. The joke's on y'all stupid asses. Y'all the fucking clowns. Y'all the damn comedians. Okay? And again, what's funny about him trying to downgrade somebody else's business when his is already a sinking damn ship? And it's so damn funny. Laugh at the fact that you don't even trust your own damn brother to do renovations for your ass. Because I know good and damn well Micah big ass ain't doing it. And he over there. Y'all all look like the damn women that when they change them to women. Okay? Maurice is that lady that Medea had on that Homecoming. The white one. That's Maurice. Marceau is Medea. And Micah is Big Mama's house. You know what? Maurice can be Mrs. Doubtfire. Okay? That part. So laugh at that shit with your corny ass. So that's where it left at. Kimmy acted, I'm thinking Kimmy about to, get on Marceau's head. She's sitting there agreeing with Maurice like, yeah, we got to talk. Kimmy, you were there. I cannot. So next we get Nell and Mel at the daycare, and they're talking about, the situation and what happened. Mel thanked Nell for telling her, I'm going to start calling Nell Miss Nell so that we won't be confusing about who we talking about. So Miss Nell was saying, Nell told Miss Nell, like, thank you for letting me know what Marceau said at the thing, because what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to say nothing to Tisha about it. I'm going to talk to his ass about that shit. I'm going to check him. Since he got so much damn mouth and feels so comfortable trying to talk about me behind my back and try to minimize me, I'm going to check off into that big ass of his. Okay? So, they talked about that. Mel asked Miss Nell about how does she feeling, like a temperature check, like how she feeling about her friendship with Tisha or whatever, if she feel like Tisha is somebody that she can see herself, being cool with or whatever. And she was like, like not really. That Tisha was kind of standoffish toward her. That's because you real and authentic and you holding her ass to task and not buying it, not just sitting there like an idiot. And y'all was taking up for Mel in a way that they haven't been used to the other couples that came on the show doing when it came to Mel. Because as soon as they get a hold of them, all of a sudden Mel is a bad friend. They got all these ill feelings toward Mel when they was just cool with her. So the Fletchers wasn't even wasn't even entertaining that shit about Mel. Really, they was adding Martell in it too, but they really wasn't buying that shit about Mel. Like, you're not about to sit up here and talk about her to me. Not like that, because she is very successful, and you know that. She more successful than the two of y'all put together. So, Nell was like, but, it could be, something that may take some time, but right now, it ain't that. So, she was saying too, they was talking about like business and stuff like that. And she was saying, like, Ms. Nell was saying, it's just strange that he was saying that he didn't know what businesses we did when, and Tisha was saying, like, she didn't know this and that when we patronize Black. So apparently from what they were saying, like, they would have events and they would go to Black and purchase cases of chocolate in a bottle. And you got the fucking nerve not to invite them to y'all little funky ass event. And they probably would have paid the $100 if y'all would have asked. And Ms. Nell said that Chris even called them the day before the event was supposed to be. And I think Marceau didn't answer or something like that. And she just said, let it go. They don't want us there. So they picking up what they dropping. So she was saying, and then she talking about she don't know this and know that, but you telling, but we patronize your fucking business and you don't know that? She was like, that's strange. And she talking about she owned 85% of the business. So they did a flashback of when they were talking, and Nell was like, they was like, oh, y'all, how did y'all business go? And they was like 50-50. And she was like, well, what's y'all percentages go? How y'all percentages go? So she was like, what's the percentage you have, Tisha? And she was like, 85%. 85% batch. And Nell was like, oh, 85% and you got kicked out of your own space? And Tisha was like, Nell is, when I tell y'all, Nell on fire. Miss Nell is on fire. I can't take that from her. I cannot take it from her. I can't take it. She was lighting her ass up. Okay? So then she said, so Mel like, well, don't they got a business partner and whatever, like, so what, they 750, 7.5, 7.5, like, how that's working? And like, it's stupid. So Mel broke it down like, well, you know how some companies do, since they have, you know, different programs for minorities and stuff like that, and women and stuff like that. But if you are a minority and a woman, like, you opened up for a lot of other opportunities just because of that. So she was like, a lot of businesses be trifling and put the wife name on certain stuff so that they can get the benefits of her being a Black woman. And then, but she don't know nothing about the business. And she was like, what I had with my ex, I ran our business. So I knew all the ins and outs, which is why Martell couldn't funnel them damn funds to his hoes through her. He had to do it through Marceau because Tisha don't know shit. So she like, so I'm not, you know, concerned with that. Even with Tisha, when they was talking about these little fake ass allowances they have, why you don't know what he's spending the money on? You don't have access to y'all bank accounts? You don't look in them mofos? So that show you how clueless she is and how out of touch with things that she is. It's just pitiful. She's pitiful. So Mel, they said that or whatever, and then they get on. Mel bring up the fundraiser, and she said they trying to raise $150,000 for some fundraiser, but they only raised like $150, $200. Mel, if you got them blocked, how the hell you knew about that damn fundraiser? Y'all millimeters ain't no good. Quit stalking them Scots and sending that stuff to Mel. Like, look at this. They probably be laughing. When I tell y'all, I bet Mel and her team be laughing their ass off at them Scots. Like, y'all had a fundraiser, like, especially like if she drops something, it sells out the same day. But Marceau, he don't remember none of that. He don't know nothing about that business. He want to talk about a t-shirt business, which, like, again, is still more successful than Scoped. So She like, he only got like 150, 200. She gave him credit because it was only like $150 that they raised. That they was trying to raise $150,000. So she was like, you know what? I got them blocked. They got me blocked. And I don't even feel like going through to try to unblock them. So Nell was like, shoot, you and Tisha ain't trying to rebuild our friendship. Y'all just frenemies. And is. Because Tisha not going to let it go. She's not going to humble herself enough to realize that Mel was right and Mel was only trying to help her. She don't want that to come out, okay? So, so they talk about that or whatever. And then Miss Nell says, I think that Marceau has a problem with women, and he has a problem with women, and he has a problem with you and Tisha being friends. He tries to minimize everything with other women, and he try to put his wife in that box and make her feel insecure about other stuff. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to women, he don't want y'all in a good space. And Mel was like, I know. He don't want her around a strong black woman, period. Because if she got around somebody like me and get to knowing what her capabilities are, what she's capable of, her strengths, she will leave his lying, cheating ass. And I'm going to have to agree. Like I said, go back to the beginning of the video. Like I said, I've said that before. Marceau is the reason. Kiki said it before. Kiki said that too. That she feel like her and Tisha is at these odds like this all the time because of Marceau. And if y'all see, now we looking at the pattern. It's a pattern. It was, I think that he might have done it with Kimmy at first. But now he don't, because they got Kimmy on board with the Snotts or whatever. But he definitely does it with Mel and Kiki. And now he gonna try to do it with Nell. Because even though Chris has cheated on Nell, whatever happened, she didn't got his ass together. And Chris probably just not like a narc where he feel like he's so fine or something like that he can do what the hell he want to do. Nell probably had to cheat back on his ass to let him know what's up. Okay? So, that was that. And like I said, Mel said she gonna talk to Marceau herself. She not, the days of her trying to say something to Tisha about it and Tisha getting defensive and they got to do all this roundabout and her and Tisha get into it about it. No. Since he said it out his damn mouth, she gonna check off into that old ball mouth motherfucking fool. Okay? And that's that. Kiki and Asim, they were talking. He was cooking. They were just talking about Kiki being sick. Kiki saying that, and Kiki confessionals are gorge, okay? She looked cute with the little bow thing on her hair, little edges out, okay, or whatnot, looking good. She said that she just want to get this illness stuff, get it together. She got to go see some specialists. Asim says that Asim, I forgot what his name is. He said that she need to stop with the methadone because he feel like her problems didn't start until the methadone. And that's another thing I was wondering too, because I did think that I thought that methadone was addictive too. So maybe, yeah, so they have to wing off of that too. So maybe she might just have to wing herself off of the methadone as well, because I know it's helping her with those prescription meds or whatever she said she was on. I don't know all of them. I don't know. But like I said, those prescription, those opioids is like heroin in a pill form. That's it. And since those pills are very expensive for people to buy, most of the time they just go straight to the heroin because the pills are too expensive and they can get the same thing for $10. Okay? So that was that. She talked about that. Production Slick Ass gonna show that car that was zooming out of that parking lot too. But yeah, they was talking. They had a good conversation, and Kiki was like, she'd appreciate how he be on her or whatever, and not thinking about her. Kiki, that man done been through a lot with you. Not saying you don't have no room to complain, but maybe you shouldn't, because the stuff that the reason why he feel the way that he is doing with you and stuff like that is because he has had history with you and has been going through a lot of stuff with you like that. So that's why it's not just out of the blue and he's just doing it with no rhyme or reason. He's doing it because of what he's had to go through with you. So think about it like that, and you know, we can be positive. Okay, so then we get Mel and Marceau meeting up at this little cafe. He saying he want black coffee, no sugar, no cream. And he was like, you gonna go get it? She was like, no, the motherfucker gonna come out and take our order. And did y'all see Marceau on the runway walking up to there? I said, Marceau, please stop with this body. Just stop with that body. I cannot take it. I don't know what it is. And it looked like he was in Kimmy and Maurice's G-Wagon. Or was he just passing by Mel's? Because that G-Wagon didn't look the same as Mel's. So it looked like either he had Kimmy and Maurice's, or that guy, since they so damn cool, that guy that was I don't even know his ugly ass name. The one that was going with that girl that called herself trying to shade Melody last week. He do exotic cars or whatever. So that could be where Kimmy and them got that Maurice had a G-Wagon from, because I don't never really see them in that G-Wagon often like that. And like, I don't never see that they house or nothing like that. So I think they must rent those cars from that guy on that show. So they get to talking or whatever. So Mel was telling him about, she didn't appreciate what he was saying about her business and stuff like that. So he's like, well, I mean, that's what I know you have, and this and that, and e-commerce and stuff. She like, don't try to shade e-commerce. Like, you have an e-commerce. And he like, well, I don't respect it. Who the fuck are you to respect any damn thing? Your business practices is not respected. It don't matter if it's e-commerce or not. Like, no one respects you in the construction business. So you might want to go back to that damn e-commerce. Now you can't even sell black chocolate in a damn bottle through e-commerce. Which also, let's talk about that for a second, because we know you just got an e-commerce back in February when you had a content creator selling them chocolate bottles and chocolate in the bottles that you had left over. Don't think we forgot about that shit. We seen that. You collected that thing. What was that? I'm trying to think. I think it was on the Straight No Chaser group, not the original Straight No Chaser group, but on Facebook. They just got an e-commerce for that those customers was buying that chocolate in a bottle, and they received black chocolate in a bottle. That e-commerce was just set up like a couple weeks before then. If it had been through the regular chocolate in a bottle people, that stuff would have been set up way before then. It wouldn't have been set up just a couple of weeks before, when just coincidentally that content creator was there in Huntsville. You ain't minded then. You have respect for it then. So Mel was like, how you don't have respect for it when you have an e-commerce business? He was like, to make money. So that means to your customers that they gonna do whatever the hell they gotta do to make money, and fuck what they don't have no passion about. They don't give a damn about the product. They just want the money. Right? So she went with him like, stop with the damn lies, Marceau. Then she was like getting something out of her eye. And he was like, oh, Mel, don't, come on now. Don't cry. She like, boy, shut up. You know ain't nobody crying about your sorry, pitiful, ugly looking ass. Like, he looks like a damn Ewok. And she was like, Tisha won't even be crying when she leave your lying, cheating ass. He like, what? Why would you want her to leave me? She said, I didn't say I wanted her ass to leave you. But she gonna wise the fuck up one day. It might be when she 82, but she gonna wise up. I still have a little faith, okay? And he was like, well, why would you want my kids to be in a single parent household, a single parent? Mel, why didn't you hit his ass with they already in a single parent household? Why didn't you hit him with that? I wish she would have hit his ass with that. Per your wife, they already in a single family household. You don't even take your only damn son, but they rant and rave about those boys so much. The boys, the men, the boys, the men, all the time. But they don't even, like, we'll never see them doing stuff with their boys. Never. Spending no time with them, no man to man, none of that. Maurice put his son off on Kimmy, and then, well, Tisha have MJ, like, she gotta even take him to get a haircut. That's father and son bonding time. The haircut? Are you kidding me? So they talk about that. And what did Maurice, when Mel said, you know what? But I want you to, you know, end it there and quit bringing my name up. Don't talk about me. Don't mention me and stuff like that, because what you're trying to do is obvious. We see that you're trying to get Tisha away from me and you trying to keep me and Tisha at odds. When she said that you don't want us to get cool, you don't want us to be on good footing because you don't want her being around a strong black woman so that she can get some sense about her damn self and know that she can do this without you. Everything in her damn name already. But that's how he want to keep it, because at this point they need each other. But Tisha don't know how much he needs her, because if Tisha, since everything is in her damn name, if she wanted to leave, everything is in her name, which is a plus for her at this kinda, but it's also a negative because she don't know how to run out of them businesses. Marceau, he's supposed to know how to run them, but ain't nothing in his name. So he need Tisha, because without her, she can take the business and go. But what Tisha don't realize is you can link up with Mel on some real shit, leave Marceau, and all that stuff in your name. Mel can help you learn how to get that shit together real quick. Real quick. But she lazy. And so is Marceau. So we know in a perfect, that ain't gonna happen. Okay? But in the perfect world, that would be the ta-da on his wide ass. Okay? And they leave it there. That's the scene. They leave it with a to be continued. So they'll finish off the next thing on the next episode, whatever. It was to be continued again. So I'll do my next episode, the trailer for next week, in another video. I know this one is so long, but until next time, y'all, like this video, subscribe to the channel. Bye.